And look at this shit here. Like that ass fat as like what? Do y'all see this? I'm gonna order every color.
Lyric Backus went completely silent on what should have been her biggest celebration day of the year, her 28th birthday. This was a beautiful lady who was committed to her business like clockwork. Morning content, outfit reveals, keeping her followers engaged. Every single day, she showed up for tens of thousands of people who trusted her brand completely. They bought from her, supported her journey, and waited for her daily posts. She documented everything: her outfits, her life, her success with Lyric's Closet. But on her birthday, everything went weird. No posts, no stories, nothing. The woman who never missed a day just vanished. This left her family, friends, and followers wondering, what could interrupt Lyric's consistent rhythm that she had built for years? Her garage held the answers. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. Before we get too deep, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you find value in these discussions. Lyric lived in Seagoville, Texas. Young, entrepreneurial, and hands-on. Lyric's Closet was a full-scale hustle-turned-business. She modeled her own pieces, packed orders herself, and kept inventory flipping. The formula worked because she kept it personal. Mirror videos, quick try-ons, honest notes about fit, and then the sales to match. Her audience wasn't casual. They were loyal. People always complimented her beauty because any outfit she tried on fit her perfectly, like they were made for her. I mean, when you scroll through her posts, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. She had that natural elegance where everything just worked. The colors, the fit, the styling, and you can see that too, right? She showed up every day, making style feel personal. Her social media accounts showcased outfits that would sell out within hours of her posting them. Her followers trusted her because she was one of them, a working mother making it happen. Her engagement rates were through the roof. When Lyric posted a new arrival, comments flooded in within minutes. By 2023, Lyric's Closet was generating serious revenue. We're talking thousands of dollars monthly from a business she built completely by herself. Her customer base stretched across the country because she understood something most people miss. Women want to feel beautiful without pretending to be someone they're not. The financial success meant everything to Lyric because she was doing this alone. No partner splitting bills, no family money backing her up, just pure hustle and determination. She could finally afford the life she wanted for herself and her son without stress about emergency expenses or choosing between necessities. Deuce, whose legal name was actually Quimby Harris Jr., was the center of Lyric's universe. 7 years old, first grade, bright energy. The kind of little co-star who'd pop up in a clip and light up the comments. He was absolutely adored by everyone who met him. The bond between them was beautiful to watch. Lyric structured life around him. School drop-offs, homework time, then back to the boutique grind. No manager shielding her from real life. She did both, mother and business owner, because being present for him wasn't negotiable, and people respected that. For all of Lyric's openness about her business, her success, her daily life with Deuce, there was one topic that was completely off limits. One question that would make her change the subject faster than you could ask it. Who was Deuce's father? You see, in a small community like Seagoville, Texas, this kind of mystery doesn't go unnoticed. Parents at school events would wonder why Lyric always came alone. Neighbors saw a successful single mother, but questioned why no man was ever part of their family picture. For 7 straight years, Lyric deflected every question about Deuce's father. The most telling clue was right there in plain sight. Deuce's surname was Harris Jr., not her last name, Backus. That junior after his name meant there was definitely a senior somewhere, but Lyric never acknowledged who that person might be. Comments asking about her dating life went unanswered. Questions about Deuce's dad got quietly deleted. This wasn't accidental. This was calculated protection of her most vulnerable truth. On the morning of her birthday, February 9th, 2024, Lyric had gotten a lot of birthday messages, with family, friends, and followers writing heartfelt birthday wishes. She got Deuce ready for school, packed his backpack, and did her usual mother-son routine. She dropped him off at school and went to handle some business errands. By the afternoon, Lyric had picked up Deuce from school. Security footage from a nearby gas station showed them stopping for snacks around 3:15 p.m. Deuce was grabbing his favorite chips while Lyric filled up the tank. They appeared relaxed and happy, with no indication that anything was wrong. They arrived home to their Seagoville house just after 4 p.m. But somehow, between that afternoon arrival and late evening, both mother and son ended up in their garage with the car engine still running and the door closed. By 8 o'clock, her best friend Jessica was calling repeatedly when Lyric didn't respond to texts. By 9 p.m., family members were trying to reach her. By 10 p.m., people who knew Lyric well understood something was seriously wrong, because Lyric never missed important calls. Jessica called for a welfare check just before midnight. Police arrived quickly. After knocking and receiving no response, officers made the decision to enter. They found the front door unlocked. The house was unusually quiet. Normal signs of daily life inside, but no response when they called out. Deuce's backpack was by the door, and Lyric's phone was charging on the kitchen counter. But where were they? The search led them to the garage, where they heard an engine running behind the locked door. When they got there, they discovered Lyric in the driver's seat and Deuce beside her, both unresponsive. No signs of struggle. No evidence of forced entry, just a mother and son who had quietly slipped away in a tragic incident. Paramedics arrived within minutes, but there was nothing that could be done. Several questions immediately arose. Deuce's backpack was by the door, and Lyric's phone was charging on the kitchen counter, which probably implied that they had already entered the house after school pickup. So why were they in the garage at all? Reports began circulating within her community suggesting she had been considering breaking her 7-year silence about Deuce's paternity. These rumors, which have never been substantiated with evidence, alleged that Lyric was growing tired of maintaining secrecy around her personal life. Some sources claim she had been discussing setting the record straight and allegedly drafting messages that would reveal information she had protected for years. According to these accounts, her 28th birthday was supposedly going to mark a turning point where she would stop living in the shadows of someone else's public image. Community speculation focused on potential connections to the Dallas music scene. Physical resemblances, whispered conversations, and insider knowledge pointed toward relationships that were kept carefully hidden from public view. Lyric allegedly maintained this secrecy by following strict rules. No public acknowledgement, no family photos, no father-son moments shared online. Reports suggested that this alleged arrangement may have provided financial security and business opportunities, but it might have also put Lyric in a vulnerable position. And that's reportedly what started happening in early February 2024. On February 5th, 2024, just 4 days before her birthday and the tragic incident, Lyric reposted a write-up that said, "I'll never tell nobody who my baby daddy is. If you know, you know. If you don't, oh well," followed by laughing and crying emojis. A woman who had successfully kept her son's paternity secret for 7 years suddenly decides to share a post about never revealing who the baby daddy is. Was this a coincidence? Or was this Lyric's way of sending a message to someone? Was she feeling pressure to reveal information she'd been protecting? The timing of her February 5th social media post about never telling who the baby daddy is has been interpreted by some as either reinforcement of her commitment to secrecy or as a form of subtle pressure or warning to someone who might have been concerned about potential revelations.
Dallas County detectives are investigating the death of a mother and her little boy. Seagoville police found Lyric Backus and her 7-year-old son Deuce dead in the garage last week. Home surveillance cameras captured the chaos. Deuce was a first grader in Seagoville. Backus was a social media influencer. She had a clothing boutique and tens of thousands of followers. Family believes the pair died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Police are waiting on autopsies before confirming.
Hours after the tragic incident, social media exploded with disbelief and shock. Friends, customers, and followers couldn't comprehend how someone so full of life could be gone so suddenly. Neighbors recalled seeing them leave together around 7:30 in the morning. Lyric, walking her son to the car with that protective hand on his shoulder, was something she was known for. The investigation wrapped up faster than anyone expected. The official report referenced complications from indoor exposure due to vehicle fumes and ruled the incident accidental. No public updates regarding the investigation, analysis, or exploration of other possibilities. This quick closure frustrated many people in the community who felt important questions were being overlooked. Why wasn't there more investigation into Lyric's final communications? Why weren't phone records examined? Why weren't potential witnesses interviewed more thoroughly? 2 days later, while the community was still processing the loss, family members began posting messages that revealed the depth of their grief. Jordan Backus, Lyric's brother, wrote, "I'm gonna miss my nephew calling me saying, 'Uncle Jay, why you didn't call to check on me? Come pick me up right now and take me to the park if you really love me.' He was happy I came back home, that he wouldn't even leave my side and asking all type of questions. I love my nephew. Just calling and talking to him always made my days better." Their mother, Tangela Backus, wrote, "My daughter and grandson was our world, and I've been through a lot of things, but this has broken me down. And the only reason I'm standing and holding on is because one thing about Lyric Backus is that she was a fighter, hustler, and go-getter. And she thought I was her hero, but she was mine. My baby was my best friend. She could call when I was upset or having a bad day and laugh and smile and forget whatever was going on. And my Deuce, he was the boy version of her. They both thought they could tell everybody what to do, and after a while, we did what needed to be done. If my heart was a person, Lyric, Deuce, Lord, just give me strength. Get me through. This just hurt my soul. Please keep us in your prayers." These posts showed genuine family devastation. Even more troubling was the complete absence of witness interviews. In a residential neighborhood where houses sit close together, had no one heard the car engine sound? Had no neighbors noticed anything unusual? But while Lyric's family grieved publicly and the community demanded answers, one voice remained notably absent. The man, who allegedly had every reason to pay his respects, never acknowledged their passing. No social media posts, no public statements, no attendance at the funeral. Complete silence from someone who allegedly shared 7 years and a child with Lyric. From a legal perspective, attorneys typically advise complete media silence. Every statement can be analyzed and potentially used in unexpected ways. But from a human perspective, the silence felt cold. If you shared 7 years with someone who just passed away, along with a child who might be yours, wouldn't you find some way to acknowledge that loss? The theories came fast and relentless. Some people pointed to how certain details never got explained and stated that the quick case closure was evidence that someone with influence might have made phone calls. Others focused on the timing of those social media posts about keeping secrets. Many questioned why a successful businesswoman and her son would end up in such a tragic situation on her birthday. Lyric's business empire disappeared overnight. Her thriving online boutique, thousands of followers, and a rhythm which created her online community. Pending orders, arrivals, collaborations, all halted. Her final posts remain up like a monument, with comments still pouring in from people who refuse to let her memory fade. What do you think really happened in that garage on February 9th? Do you believe the investigation was thorough enough? Or should there have been more questions asked? The questions surrounding this case may never be fully answered. The alleged father's silence continues. The investigation remains closed, but the community's demand for truth continues. I hope these stories help you recognize warning signs and encourage you to seek help or offer support before it's too late. I'll see you in the next episode of Crime of Passion. Thank you for watching.